poems. And the last volume that was published, I encountered this difficulty because it was published in English. I write in English, though I know several Indian languages. ನಮಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಇಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Thank you. So, what I'm trying to say is that, my poems came out in this book on the left side of the page. Left page, what is called verso in printing terminology. And the right side was Portuguese or Brazilian Portuguese. The book was published by the University of São Paulo Press. And it was called Transit Passenger. So the idea is that, we are all transit passengers, as you can imagine. But in poetry, I encountered this difficulty of how to transcend the barrier of language. And then, very beautifully, I was here some months ago, and I had a wonderful occasion to meet, I think today, one of the most popular gurus of India, Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji. He invited me to the ashram. And then he said, Makran, nobody listens to you. I said, yes, you're absolutely right. Because I've been teaching all my life from the age of 19. And I said, yes, to myself, I didn't tell him. मैंने वही कहा, आप बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं, हिंदी में बोलते हैं ज़्यादातर. तो मैंने कहा बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं, कोई सुनता नहीं है. He said, मैंने वो नहीं कहा, मैंने ये कहा कि लोग ध्वनि से प्रभावित होते हैं, शब्दों से नहीं. So, when we come to poetry also, it's not just a play of words, it's the dhvani that is behind, is beyond the words. So, anyhow, as an offering, I just thought I would read a poem of mine and then we'll begin. It's called The Golden Ray. The Suraj ki kiran hai, the beautiful ray of the sun. So, the Golden Ray, advice to translators. In the harsh glare of the midday sun, in the harsh glare of the midday sun, the vision vanishes. When he was stricken, it seemed so real. He arose as if to the soft brush of her hair, her large, deep eyes locked into his, so intense but shy, bewildering, beseeching, bewildered, beseeching. Oh, he exclaimed, what is this? Oh, he exclaimed, what is this? Is it starting up again? The feather of the dawn stroking him to awakening, or the muse's kiss, but like mist evaporating in the heat, it was gone. His fancy, and with it his faith. So suddenly, when she writes back the very next day, though he least expects it, his heart races. Yes, he wants to say, translating poetry won't be easy. How can it, if the poem itself is merely the translation of feelings so subtle that you barely experience, or so strong that you can hardly contain them? Moreover, portions of it are somewhat risky, like early morning tumescence or the Pentecostal stir, the more acute postprandial after lunch, like now, than on an empty stomach. Now you have entered the poem. No passion is forbidden or excluded. The lines can be erotic, but not improper, auchitya, not improper. All must be expressed in a manner so restrained or sublime as to be read out to an ordinary middle-class family after supper. Because no poem is indecent. No poem is indecent. Even if not entirely decent. There is nothing low or tawdry about it. Truth purifies poetry. Truth purifies poetry as it does life. That is how we become human. But enough. These words are not mine anymore. As a woman may say to her lover, now I offer myself to you. Do with me as you please. But be gentle. So you do what you wish with my body of verse. You do as you wish with my body of verse. And remember, the blaze at high noon does not deny the golden ray of dawn. Translation is not treachery. Translation is not treachery. There is no betrayal in poetry, only in life. Thank you so much.